This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shasheena Rolle. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, local tourism stakeholders meeting one of Grand Bahama's newest resort executives. The hotel boss will have the awesome task of transitioning the Reef Resort at Lucayan into a 5-star operation. Joan Davis-Roll has our top story.
There's a new man at the helm of the company that is expected to manage Grand Bahama's newest resort redevelopment. He's Peraligi Ferro.
I'm the general manager of the new Memories Grand Bahama Hotel that is going to be opening by the end of November, most probably, taking over the old Reef Hotel.
ZNS News spoke with the local Sunwing executive while attending a tourism internship program. He says he's excited about the multi-million-dollar project and spreading the Sunwing message, a venture which he believes holds great economic promise for the island of Grand Bahama. How do you feel about coming to this new position, and what do you hope to do?
Well, I hope to bring a little bit of our, positive feelings, energy, and willing to give the guests the best possible experience that they could receive here in the Bahamas.
How important would you say that is to the hospitality industry, especially as we look to improve our ranking as a tourist destination?
I think that it's together with all the other, let's say, new venues that are going to be opening in the next year or so. It's part of the big wheel. So I see it as a part of the wheel that is going to be start turning again, for Grand Bahama especially. And so I think that it's going to be positive, that it's going to be a positive reinforcement for everybody to think that, yes, we can do it. And it's not just, yeah, they're talking about that and nobody's doing it. Yeah, we're actually doing it.
Ferro talked further about the overall project.
The construction is not on our hand because we, as Blue Diamond Sunwing Group, we are leasing the property and we're going to get it turnkey. So this phase of the project is not under our direct supervision, it's under Hutchinson Whampoa supervision.
But you're ready and you're in place, ready to see that this situation and this actual property is turned around and really comes to fruition.
Exactly, that's why I'm here, to coordinate, to liaise with, and see that all the standards are as they should be, and they will be. And I'm very optimistic. I mean, everything is going out, is going smoothly.
Ferro disclosed that so far he's the sole Sunwing executive on island, but he says another official is set to arrive soon. Officials say the opening of the new Reef Resort redevelopment is set for November or early December of this year. Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
And still on the tourism beat, Tourism Minister Obi Welshcombe says they are narrowing the search for a suitable operator for the neighboring casino in Lucayan. Treasure Bay gave notice earlier this year that it will be pulling out of Grand Bahama, and it has since been given an extension. Welshcombe says the government hopes to make a decision soon, and they are going to great lengths to ensure that the operator is the right fit for Grand Bahama.
When you consider a partner, you need to think about long-term, because long-term is fundamentally important. We're very close. For Grand Bahama, we're very close. In fact, we're down now to the final names, and we're going to make a decision, I think, in another 2 weeks or so. But we're there now. We're looking at the metrics, and we are analyzing. And I think that we will know who we want to have there and have them busy to be open by the fall.
It is an issue that apparently will not go away, as thousands of residents on Grand Bahama have reportedly been affected by what they describe as bad gasoline. The controversy developed weeks ago when motorists purchased the alleged tainted gas from local gas stations, and now, more than a month later, the complaints continue. The latest victim, a local activist. Here's Joan Davis-Roll.
Local activist Troy Garvey is up in arms. His latest mission, the bad gas situation on Grand Bahama, hitting home for this community leader. A man who for years has been the voice for many is now hoping that his voice is heard loud and clear by officials of the company at the center of this controversial issue, Freeport Oil Company.
About a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago, my car just stopped on the road. This is after the fact that it was sputtering, trying to put fuel injector cleaner, trying to put gas treatment inside my car, not even in work. My car died. I had the record ticket. when my family was in the car. That's number one. They took it to 5 wheels. 5 wheels diagnosed the car as bad gas. The gas deteriorated the fuel pump. It clogged up my injectors in my car, and it just completely tore up the car with the spark plugs in it. Well, they have to change all that.
Garvey is not the only person affected. Other residents are also joining in the fight. He, along with others like Lester Thompson, Ethien Farquharson, and Matthew Russell, are calling on the powers that be to intervene.
I have a commute between Holmes Rock and Freeport. It is very, very disturbing to see that Focal is doing what they're doing. Secondly, what happened to the Ministry of Grand Bahama? What happened to all these MPs? Nobody is speaking up for the people. Nobody came to the people aid. If over 2,000 people has been affected by this company, and these people are acting as if they're doing you a favor. These people is the monopoly. That's number one. And this is the sad part for them by being a monopoly. The good part is them raking up all the money. But now we have a travesty with people cars being actually put at home. Then they wanted you to go to the mechanic shop and pay for your car first, and then come back and get their money.
And I've been affected greatly because it had inconvenienced me for maybe about 4 or 5 days. I had to get a tow truck driver, Rokas Auto, to tow my vehicle from the very location where it was to AID to have it repaired, and it took them maybe about 2 to 3 days to repair it. And
Cost?
the cost was roughly about $1,000 to $1,500. I just hope that they compensate everybody in a timely manner, because persons that still don't have their cars back as yet.
Government ought to intervene and establish some at arm's length investigation, lab report on the product.
Grand Bahama is suffering on a downturn. We can't go no deeper than this, and for this to happen to us like this and nobody to complain to, that's going to be a big problem.
Meanwhile, Garvey announced his next course of action.
I'm going to be here 9:30 every morning until they start to compensate these people effectively. I talk about, you can't just talk about you can do 5 people a week or 10 people a week. You need to work diligently to pay these people.
Joan Davis Rolle, ZNS Network News.
Well, we were unable to reach the local Focal executives for a comment on these claims. And we have more reaction tonight to the apparent human smuggling tragedy that unfolded in waters off Holmes Rock this past Friday. The leader of the Christian community is expressing concern about this illegal trade, which he says appears to be growing. Sabrina Brown has this story.
President of the Grand Bahama Christian Council, Bishop Arnold Pinder, is weighing in on Friday's tragic incident on the shoreline of Holmes Rock. He says it is troubling that people are losing their lives in search of a better way of life.
It is sad to know that people are losing their lives in such a way, especially when there's a young child in the midst. A child have no choice. If their parents or their elders say, let's go, then the child have to get on board.
Haitian pastor Abner Mias is saddened that his homeland remains embattled because of political problems.
Those who rich in Haiti don't want to help the poor. That's the reason now you find any poor Haitian feel the way, if I need a better life, I need to leave my country and go somewhere else.
But despite this, Pastor Mias is urging the people of Haiti to think seriously before making attempts to flee their land.
Look at that this way. United States, not the way to the heaven. Don't even take it like that. This is not the way to the heaven. You have to know and realize, hey, I have to go to United States. If God wants me to go, He have to provide a good way for me. Not that way. That's my life. I'm responsible for my life.
The religious leader believes Haiti can be revolutionized through divine intervention.
The Bible says in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7, for we walk by faith, not by sight. We got to realize that the children of Israel have to realize God have to bring them through Egypt and then put them to the promised land. So where our faith go now?
The Christian Council president is adamant that a hardline approach must be taken to stop the apparent human smuggling ring.
those who are found guilty should be held fully responsible for the lives that are being lost. They should be charged with first-degree murder.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Now, the authorities still do not know the names of the 8 persons who died in that alleged smuggling attempt. If you know someone who may be missing, you should contact the police. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition continues right after this.